for higher standards of techniques and professionalism and dedication and learning, I ask you, my fellow neurologists, my colleagues from far and wide, from Australia, Canada, Pakistan and Bulgaria, I ask you to recall the words of the Hippocratic Oath.
And don't carve the turkey, and tell that butcher to save the steak for surgery. Oh, good morning, Dr. Mortimer. Would you care for a mince pie?
I'm busy, Connolly.
Aren't we all, sir? I mean, 3 days of Christmas, so we've only just started rehearsals for the pantomime. Did Sister Henderson leave a set of Victorian costumes here for me?
I'm trying to learn this. Do you mind?
Oh, is that your Father Christmas speech?
I lectured to the delegates this morning.
Oh, that.
I'll have you know, Connolly, that many of my fellow neurologists think it well worth their while making the trip to London for this.
Well, I bet. All expenses paid, and we get the Savoy.
God.
Here we are. Oh, what time are you on at?
12 o'clock.
1 hour and 14 minutes to high noon. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Mortimer. Are you feeling a little bit nervous?
Yes.
Look, there's nothing to worry about. I mean, with 200 neurologists out there, you won't be short of a tranquilizer.
Oh, thank you. Now, for higher standards of techniques and professionalism and dedication and learning, I ask you, my fellow neurologists, my colleagues from far and wide.
Sorry to trouble you, David.
Oh, Rosemary, darling.
I need some change for the parking meter.
I'm trying to work on my speech.
Oh, sorry, darling, but I'm double parked. Good morning, Dr. Connolly.
Good morning, Mrs. Mortimer. Are you here for that, sir?
You bet. I couldn't miss my husband's big day, now could I?
Your husband's big day will be a fiasco if I don't know my speech.
But last night you knew it backwards.
That would be a novelty. Mrs. Mortimer, would you care for a mince pie?
Oh, no, thank you.
They're very good. Made by the sister in charge of contagious diseases.
I'll wait till Christmas Day.
Have you any change on you, Connolly? Yeah. You're very early, aren't you, dear?
Sir Willoughby said something about you and I welcoming the delegates into the lecture hall.
Come quickly, okay?
Oh, lovely, thanks. Dave will pay you back. If I don't get another chance, darling, good luck.
Thank you.
You'll be wonderful.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
I'll see you in the lecture hall, Dr. Connolly.
Oh, no, I've much more important things to be doing.
Thank you.
I'm rehearsing the Boxing Day pantomime.
Oh, well, that is important, of course. Are you in this year, David?
In what bit?
The St. Andrew's pantomime.
Connolly, all I'm interested in is my lecture and my 200 neurologists.
Actually, darling, I think the 200 neurologists might be happier with the pantomime instead of the lecture.
Connolly, why don't you wave that and disappear? Oh. Now, I ask you, my fellow neurologists,
Hello, David. Morning, Mike.
Oh, good morning, Dr. Bonnie. Are you all set for today's rehearsal?
Don't worry, I'll be there. Oh, David, thought I'd just come and wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Big day, eh?
Yes.
You nervous?
Yes, but with 200 neurologists there, I won't be short of a tranquilizer, will I? Would you like a tranquilizer? No, thank you. I am trying to work on my speed.
Okay, I'll let you get on with it.
Thank you.
Are you memorizing the whole speech?
I am trying.
Yes, I'm having difficulty remembering my first lines for Dr. Connolly's melodrama. Now, I'm the villain, aren't I, right?
Well, that's right, Dr. Bonnie.
Yeah. You see, I've got to come on, and I've got to say to Matron, now she's the heroine, I've got to come on and say, ahoy in front and avast behind. Is that a very funny joke?
It'll be a belter.
I don't see why.
Hubert, shouldn't you be on your rounds?
Oh, no, I finished them. Do you know, I never thought I'd live to see the day when you and I were students here together. That one day you'd be out there on the rostrum delivering the Ponsonby lecture.
If you don't stop nattering, I won't be delivering anything.
All right, okay.
Would you No, thank you.
And there's your Father Christmas hat. You couldn't cope with him and play the part of a dead body in my melodrama, could you?
Conley, why don't you take your costumes and go?
Oh, my, you're so awkward. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Take them away, I told you to. Go on.
Excuse me,
Oh.
gentlemen.
Matron, this is the doctor's common room.
Correct. And I'm taking the shortcut.
Oh, no, you're not. Go back the way you came. Go
You
on.
are a rather grumpy Father Christmas, aren't you?
Oh. Go on.
Don't apologize, matron.
I wasn't going to.
Hello, matron. Who's this? Anybody we know?
Oh, the patient's Christmas presents.
Oh, I'll give you a hand then, shall I?
Oh, thank you, Dr. Ronnie. We're keeping them in the mortuary until Christmas Day.
And don't forget, matron, rehearsals are about to commence.
Rehearsals?
For Dr. Connolly's pantomime.
Oh, I haven't time for that.
Matron, perhaps you could explain to me my opening line. I've got to come on and say, ahoy in front and avast behind.
Oh, I hope I don't have explained all the bad jokes to Dr. Bonnie.
Conley, will you kindly stop nattering or go and rehearse somewhere else?
Oh my, you're so masterful.
Is Dr. Mortimer anywhere? And who are you?
Oh, and me, I'm Dr. Mike Connolly, one of the junior housemen.
Is that the headgear you're wearing this year?
Oh, this? Oh, no, Sir William, I'm rehearsing for the pantomime.
Clear off, will you? I want to speak to Dr. Mortimer.
Yes, Sir Willoughby. Would you care for a mince pie, Sir Willoughby?
Just get out!
Yes, Sir Willoughby. May I wish you a very Merry Christmas, Sir Willoughby? You wouldn't play the part of fairy, would you?
Good morning, Sir Willoughby.
Yes, Mortimer. Now, I don't have to explain to you the importance of the annual Ponsonby lecture.
Certainly not, sir.
As chairman of the Board of Governors and past head surgeon of this hospital, I consider that I'm in a unique position.
You certainly are, sir.
A unique position when it comes to choosing the Ponsonby lecturer. And I think it will come as no surprise to you to learn that this year you were not first choice for the role.
Well, I had heard rumours. I wasn't top of the list.
You were bottom. Right. As neurology was chosen as this year's subject, and as you are the senior specialist here, beggars can't be choosers. Ipso facto, you are delivering the Ponsonby lecture.
I won't let you down, Sir Willoughby.
You'd better not. Does your speech contain any references to the present government?
Definitely not, sir.
Well, put some in, you damn fool.
Oh, right. Any references in particular?
Complimentary ones. The junior health minister's in the audience, and we need a new scanner.
Complimentary references it will be, sir.
And the poverty.
Poverty, right.
But don't let those overseas medicos know we're hard up.
All right. Not hard up, but plead poverty.
And keep it brief. Neurology numbs the brain. In fact, I think I'd better vet this speech of yours. See me in my office in 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you, sir. Most kind. 5 minutes.
You do know, of course, that this could be a step up to chief physician in this hospital, don't you?
Well, I hadn't allowed myself to think that far ahead.
Damn liar. You know there's a tradition here that the Ponsonby lecture is virtually a direct line to a knighthood.
A knighthood?
Why do you think I got mine?
Well, I often wondered about that.
5 minutes.
Fellow neurologists, we are fortunate in this country to have more than sufficient funds to maintain a robust, vigorous health service. However, I see that we have the junior Minister for Health in our party, and for him, I'd like to plead poverty kit. Now, although I must be brief, I would like to compliment the doctor on
Excuse
his...
me.
Oh, heavens!
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
This is the doctor's common room.
Yes, I know.
The patient's waiting room is downstairs in the main hall.
It's you I want to see, Dr. Mortimer.
We will have to make an appointment at reception. I'm afraid you will need a letter from your GP.
It's me, Dr. Mortimer. It's Jane.
Jane, good heavens, Nurse Jane.
I didn't mean to give you a shock.
No, yes, well, good. Yes.
It's been a long time. Over 21 years.
Yes, and you don't look a day older.
Is that why you recognize me right away?
Yeah, well, maybe just a day, but anyway, you were always the prettiest on the ward.
And that's what you said to all the nurses.
Nonsense. You were the prettiest, and as far as I was concerned, the most efficient.
As far as you were concerned, I was certainly the most accommodating.
Nurse Jane, please. I didn't do what we did with all the nurses.
Just some of them, eh?
Nurse Jane, I'll have you know that I'm a happily married man.
You were a happily married man 21 years ago.
Yes, I was, and I still am. Anyway, to the best of my recollection, you were more than willing.
Well, yes, of course. It was wonderfully naughty and romantic, rolling around out there on the sluice room floor.
Well, it's grand to see you after all this time.
Do you mind if I sit down? My knees are knocking.
Well, I'm a bit pressed for time this morning. I'm delivering the Ponsonby lecture at 12 o'clock.
I should have told you 21 years ago.
Told me what?
Didn't you ever wonder why I suddenly left the hospital without even saying goodbye properly?
Well, I thought it was a bit abrupt at the time.
I was expecting.
Expecting what?
After what we did, what do you think I was expecting?
It couldn't have been a raise.
I left the hospital to have a baby.
A baby. A baby.
Yes.
We had a baby.
Oh, it was my fault. Stupid. A nurse getting herself pregnant.
Hardly brilliant for a doctor either. You mind if I sit down?
Can I get you anything?
Like a cigar? Oh, I can't sit down. I've got to go and see Sir Willoughby Drake in 5 minutes. And my wife will be back in. Oh my God, my wife! This is a hell of a situation. Maybe it's not mine.
It is. There wasn't anyone else.
Oh, good.
I so nearly told you at the time, but then I thought, there's no point in making a mess of your life as well. You are ambitious, hoping to specialize.
Yeah. Miss Tate, this is a very busy morning for me.
Yeah.
Why have you told me now this morning?
Because of Leslie.
Leslie?
That's our daughter.
Oh, the baby's a little girl.
Well, Leslie's quite a big girl now, actually.
Yes, I suppose she would be.
You see, I always told Leslie that her father's name was Tate, and that I was Mrs. Tate.
Good.
And that her father died when she was a tiny baby 20 years ago.
Fine.
Climbing the Himalayas.
Himalayas?
Well, I thought it was nice for a little girl to have a picture of her daddy as a sort of romantic hero.
That's all right.
And then, yesterday, I told Les the truth.
What?
Well, it was her 21st birthday.
That was her present, was it?
No. I come round to thinking that when she's 21, she should learn the real truth about her father.
Miss Tate?
I didn't say it was you exactly. I mean, not by name.
Well, what did you say exactly?
Just that I'd had an affair with a young doctor here in St. Andrews when I was a trainee nurse and that he was already married.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it wasn't. I didn't appreciate what it would mean to Les. All day yesterday she went on and on about it. I mean, I've never seen her like that. Laughing and crying.
God.
And as it was her birthday, we had some champagne. I don't think that helped.
But you didn't actually tell her my name.
No. But this morning, the poor girl was in a dreadful condition. She took some pills last night because she couldn't sleep, but they didn't work. So she finished off the champagne, washing it down with half a bottle of gin.
Champagne, pills, and gin?
Yes.
If you'd done that 21.5 years ago, we wouldn't have this problem now.
She was quite hysterical. I mean, she seemed to think it was all your fault.
My fault.
Well, for deserting me and leaving her fatherless.
But damn it all, I didn't even know about Les till 5 minutes ago.
She's very confused.
She's confused.
Well, if you could have seen her this morning, I should have insisted she stayed in bed. She's only got a learner driver license, you see.
A learner driver license?
She said she'd made up her mind to come to the hospital and find out who her father is.
What?
And before I could do anything, she just jumped in my car and drove off.
Oh no!
I got in a taxi and followed.
Wretched girl.
She's downstairs in reception.
In reception.
Don't you see? Instead of her father's bones lying in some crevice halfway up the Himalayas, you're actually alive and available.
Oh no, I'm not, Mrs. Jane. I might be alive, but I'm not available. I'm delivering the Ponsonby lecture at 12 o'clock.
Oh, just see her for 5 minutes.
I can't, Sir Willoughby Drake is waiting to vet my speech. Look, just give me your telephone number and I'll try to ring you this afternoon.
That's no good.
It's the best I can do. Look, just get Leslie out of St. Andrews.
I can't.
You must.
I can't. She's with the police sergeant who arrested her.
Please, Sergeant.
Drunk in charge, driving while unqualified, exceeding the speed limit and no insurance, and assaulting a police officer.
Ah, David.
Oh, Hubert, not now.
Sir Willoughby says, excuse me, Sir Willoughby says he's expecting you in his office.
Well, tell him I'll be with him in a baby. I'll be making up.
I think he wants to see you before the lecture.
Well, go and tell him I'm coming.
No, I haven't got time for that, you see. I'm too busy rehearsing for Dr. Connolly's melodrama. I've got to come in and say ahoy in front and avast behind. Dr. Connolly explained the joke to me. Good heavens, it's Nurse Tate.
Hello.
I beg your pardon.
It's Nurse Tate, surely.
Yes, it is, but I didn't know you knew her, Hubert.
Of course I know her. We were all students here together. You two were always laughing around.
I don't know that we were.
Oh, yes, you were, playing tricks in and out of that sluice room. Well, it's wonderful to see you again.
Well, it's wonderful to see you too, Dr. Bonny.
Nurse Tate, Jane, wasn't it?
That's right.
Oh, this is a wonderful Christmas present she's brought me.
Yes, and she's given me one too.
Superb.
You haven't changed, Dr. Bonny.
Oh, not much up top these days, I'm afraid.
There never was much in the first place.
And how long is it?
21 years.
21 years.
And 9 months.
And are you here on business or pleasure?
Pleasure. Well, it's half and half, really. I mean, the pleasure was she came to wish us a happy Christmas. And the business was to see if we had any vacancies, which we haven't.
But we're desperately short of nurses.
Young ones, yes. I've already explained that, haven't I? No vacancies for old nurses. Now, I'm sorry you have to dash, and don't forget to stop off on your way out to the main hall and take your little basket with you.
But surely she can stay and have a Christmas drink with us.
She doesn't drink.
Oh, she did in the olden days, if I remember rightly.
There's a lot of things she did in the olden days that she's regretting now.
The parties we used to have, I wonder we had any time for the patients. Oh, and I bet you managed to hook yourself a handsome husband.
Well,
Yeah, she did
I
actually.
thought so. What does he do for a living?
He's dead.
Oh, dear.
Look, she doesn't want to talk about it, Hubert. It's very sad. Her husband fell while climbing in the Himalayas.
Oh, dear. How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. And did you have any
No, she
children?
has none at all. She had told me all about everything. It's very sad. She's no children and definitely not a daughter. No daughter. She's had a rotten life. She told me all about it and it would bring tears to your eyes.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Yeah, no, look, you've got to go on with your rehearsal for the melodrama.
Yes, you should stay for David's lecture.
Well, actually, I was thinking I might do that, actually.
And then she remembered she couldn't. She's got to do Christmas shopping for the family.
I thought you didn't have any family.
She's got very good friends who have become family. Now, what's your telephone number?
All right. 020-8674-3105.
Right.
But what about Leslie?
Well, look, I'll try to ring you later.
But what about the sergeant?
Well, I'll try to ring him too. Wait a minute. What does he know so far?
Well, nothing about you. Leslie's just told him what she knows, that her father's a doctor here.
Well, that's all right.
No, it isn't. The police sergeant said he doesn't care who her father is. He wants Leslie to accompany him to the police station for a breathalyzer test.
Well, that's a good idea.
But Leslie says she's got the right to be accompanied by her father.
Bloody no more.
So the inspector has let me come up here to see if you're available.
Well, I'm not. And you tell Miss Leslie if she doesn't go with that sergeant to the police station, she'll get herself arrested. And if I make a mess of my lecture, it'll be thanks to Miss Leslie. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Leslie. I'm very pleased to see you, Mrs. Leslie. Darling, this is Mrs.
Mrs. Leslie.
Yeah. This is Mrs.
Mortimer,
Yes, darling. What have you been up to?
I've been parking the car.
Very good, darling. Keep it up.
Yes. Well, are you on the staff here, Mrs. Leslie?
Actually, no.
No, Mrs. Leslie was visiting. She was visiting her husband, Mr.
Leslie?
Leslie, yes, that's right. He's in a B ward.
C ward, yes.
Yes. Well, anyway, Mrs. Leslie was on her way home when she developed palpitations in the corridor. Now, when I say she developed palpitations in the corridor, I mean she was in the corridor when she developed the palpitations.
I know what you mean, David.
Thank you. Yes.
Dr. Mortimer,
Ah, Sir Willoughby, I'll be with you in a nappy. I'm happy to see you, sir.
we said 5 minutes, Dr. Mortimer.
Oh, we did indeed, sir.
That was 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yes, sir. This lady is Mrs. Mortimer.
I know Mrs. Mortimer.
Good morning, Sir Willoughby.
Yes, and this lady is Mrs.
Mrs. Leslie.
Yeah. Now, Mrs. Leslie, this is Sir Willoughby Drake. He's chairman of the Board of Governors. A slight problem, sir. Mrs. Leslie developed palpitations in the corridor. It's nothing to worry about.
I'm getting less worried all the time, actually.
Allow me to get you another
I
drink.
don't want to.
I've got it all worked out, sir. The political angle, a nice balance between bankruptcy on the one hand and poverty on the other.
Mrs. Mortimer, when your husband has dealt with the palpitations in Mrs. Leslie's corridor, perhaps you'd be good enough to bring him to my office. I need to discuss the possible nature.
Well, why don't you take my wife along now, sir,
Oh.
and discuss it with her?
You weren't as nervous as this morning when you left the house.
No, it came upon me rather suddenly. Well, as you're feeling better, Mrs. Leslie, I'll see you to the lift.
But what about the sergeant?
And the sergeant, yes, well, you'll have to tell the sergeant that Mr. Leslie is in no fit state to attend this year's army reunion. He's just not up to it. I'm sorry about this, my dear, but Mrs. Leslie asked me for a second opinion on her husband. She has no faith in the doctor treating her husband.
Which doctor is that, then?
I beg your pardon.
Who's her husband's doctor?
Dr. Bonny.
Hubert.
Yes.
Oh, Dr. Bonny is most competent.
See, or I told you that.
You can spare 5 minutes, surely.
You've seen a sister in the ward about your problem, whatever it is.
I don't want to discuss it with the sister.
Don't give way, Mrs. Leslie, whatever you do. My wife's of a very delicate disposition.
You go and see Sir Willoughby about your speech, and I'll take Mrs. Leslie back to the ward.
That's not a good idea.
And if we can't find the sister, we'll have a word with Dr. Bonny.
She doesn't want to see Dr. Bonny.
He's in charge of her husband.
She has no confidence in Dr. Bonny.
Nonsense. Dr. Bonny is the most able physician.
Dr. Bonny is a nincompoop.
Ah, somebody mentioned my name. Hello, Mrs. Mortimer.
Good morning, Hubert.
We're busy, Dr. Bonny.
I'm just looking for a black hat for the villain. Oh, you're still here. That's nice.
She's very worried about her husband.
I'm sure she is.
We all are.
He's in B ward.
Is he?
Mrs. Leslie's husband.
Mrs. Leslie's husband's dead.
That was cool, very, very cool. Breaking the news like that.
For God's sake, Dr. Bonny, that was abrupt to say please. Please sit down. I'm so sorry.
No, she can't sit down.
No, it might not be a bad idea to sit down just while I recover from the news.
No, sitting down is very bad for fresh air, and lots of it is what you want. Well,
What's happened here?
Well, her husband's just died, for heaven's sake.
I know, yes, he fell in the Himalayas.
Where?
In the Himalayas.
How on earth did he get there?
Climbing, I suppose.
But he was in St. Andrews 5 minutes ago.
What?
Oh, don't be dense, Hubert. Mrs. Leslie's husband.
Mrs. Leslie's husband, was it?
yeah, look, I think there's a slight confusion. Mrs. Leslie's husband did die in a tragic climbing accident in the eastern Himalayas. That was her first husband. Now, her second husband.
Oh, his second husband.
Oh, a second time.
There's a patient in our hospital. Yes. And the good news is, she's making a splendid recovery.
Oh, thank heavens.
So she can leave with a light heart and a little basket.
So that's what you're doing here this morning. You were visiting.
Yes.
Yes, and visiting hours are over.
And we thought you'd come to see us.
Well, she didn't she? I mean, we're husband physicians, aren't we? Well, you are anyway.
Am I?
Leslie, B ward.
It doesn't matter what ward he's in.
Leslie, you said?
Yes, we don't expect you to remember the names of all your patients, Dr. Cook.
Well, I'm usually pretty good on it. Leslie, what did he come into hospital for?
An operation.
Well, he came in for tests and we decided to operate.
Here.
He came in for tests, you say?
Yes, suspected gout, nothing serious.
And we operated.
Yes, for piles.
Came in for gout and we operated for pie.
Look, we're very thorough here. Stop making such a fuss, Dr. Bond.
Excuse me. Hello, Doctor's Common Room. Hold on a moment. It's the receptionist downstairs. They're looking for a Mrs. Tate. Might be for you.
Oh, okay, thank you. Hello?
I thought her name was Mrs. Leslie.
This is Mrs. Tate speaking.
It is Mrs. Leslie, but the man who came across her in the Himalayas was called Tate. So sometimes she calls herself Mrs. Tate, and other times she calls herself Mrs. Leslie. Well, that's what she was telling me.
You mean Nurse Tate married a man called Tate?
Shut up, Hubert.
Nurse Tate.
Yeah, well, before she married Mr. Tate, she was a nurse called Tate.
That's a hell of a coincidence, isn't it?
Shut up, Hubert.
Yes, I'll hang on for him.
Look, you're not supposed to take personal calls up here, Mrs. Leslie.
The sergeant wants to talk to me.
Well, go downstairs and talk to him.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's the one who's trying to get her husband to the army reunion.
There's a sergeant waiting down at our reception.
Well, he's very keen, apparently.
Yes, I am, but there's been a slight problem up here.
Dr. Bonny, haven't you told Mr. Leslie that he's in no fit condition to attend army reunions?
No.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Les is getting agitated again.
Well, take her away.
Les?
Well, yes, that's her little, dog.
A little dog?
Just look after her until I get there.
It's neurotic, apparently.
Very well, I'll be right down. I told you Leslie would crack up.
Leslie?
Well, sometimes she calls the dog Les, and other times she calls the dog Leslie.
If you're called Leslie, isn't that rather confusing?
Only when my husband whistles. You definitely won't see her?
Oh, Dr. Mortimer is a physician, not a vet.
I'll be in contact as soon as possible. I'll see the little fellow as soon as I
Oh,
can.
David, really?
Yeah, well, we have to make allowances, my dear. But whatever you do, don't let that neurotic animal up here. What does the sign say outside this hospital, Doctor?
St. Andrews.
It says no dogs allowed.
Dr. Bonny will see you to the lift.
Yes, and no further. You've got to get back to your melodrama, you.
Oh, I see. This way, my dear.
She'll probably go berserk, you realise that.
Yes. Did you ever consider having her neutered?
Good idea. Just here to the lift, Gilbert, and no further. Don't go downstairs. The damned animal's obviously neurotic.
What an extraordinary woman.
Isn't she? You'd think she'd be more concerned about her husband than the dog. Well, my dear, let's go and see Sir Willoughby Drake, and then I've got my 200 neurologists to talk to.
Excuse me, Dr. Mortimer. Sir Willoughby Drake says he wants you to know he's getting very cross.
We're on our way, Matron.
Matron, what do you know about a Mr. Leslie? Leslie? Yes, we believe he's in B ward.
It's nothing to do with us, dear.
Leslie, I can't say that name rings a bell.
It doesn't matter, Matron.
We don't want that woman making trouble. It sounded to me as though she could be as neurotic as her dog. Dog?
No, just go about your business, Matron.
Would you mind having a check, Matron? Mr. Leslie came in with gout, and we operated on him for piles. He came in with
Gout, yes.
and we operated
Or piles. Don't tell me you haven't heard of piles, Matron. It's a varicose condition of your rectum.
David! Come in. Oh, I was looking for Dr. Mortimer.
not here, sister, and I wouldn't bother him now.
Oh, well, I mean, I've got the list of the Christmas patients and for their presents.
You can see him after the Ponsonby lecture. He's in a foul mood. Oh, and sister, what do you know about a Mr. Leslie? Yes, patient B ward.
Can't say I recognise the name.
Dr. Mortimer wants to see him.
What's Mr. Leslie in for?
Oh, I don't really know. Gallons or pies, take your pick.
I'll see what I can find out, matron.
Very well.
Oh, gee. Forgotten my coat. God, what do I look like?
A varicose condition of your rectum.
Let's see now. Poverty, bankruptcy. Hello? Miss Tate? What do you mean when you got down there Leslie wasn't? She got looking for you? Well, how did she get away from the sergeant? She kicked in where? No, she hadn't come up here.
Is this the doctor's common room?
Yes, and it's strictly for the use of doctors.
Looking for my mom.
Your mum?
Yeah, she's not here talking to one of the doctors.
Oh, yes, there was a lady leaving just as I came in. She obviously went down in the lift as you came up the stairs.
Are you in the doctor's new place?
I beg your pardon.
Are you a doctor here?
No, I'm not a doctor. No, I'm a patient. Yes, I'm a patient.
A patient?
Yeah, I'm recuperating from gout and piles and weight. Delighted to do a little light clerical work. Why not go and find your mother?
Rotten swine.
Oh, take it easy.
He's a rotten swine.
Who's a rotten?
My rotten dad.
No, he's not.
Well, how would you know?
Well, I'm sure he's not. I mean, dads aren't rotten.
Mine is going to pump one.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I'm not going anywhere till I've seen every single doctor in this hospital.
Oh, look, yeah, don't you want to discuss it with your mother?
No, I feel sick.
No, oh God, up you come.
No, I feel sick.
No, come on, you're much better with your mother.
I want to see my dad
Look,
first.
come on, I get you
I
to
didn't
the lift.
mean it.
Come
About
on, I'll get you to the lift. Come on, I get you there.
How much longer do you expect, Major?
This is private. Take a grip on yourself, for heaven's sake.
Excuse me, I just...
She's just a bit upset, matron.
Upset?
Yeah, it's all right. I'll sort it out. Yeah. She's just lost her mother, that's all.
Oh, what ward is her mother in?
It doesn't matter, matron. I'm dealing with
My
it.
dad I'm looking for.
What ward is he in?
Yeah. Look, I'm dealing with it, matron. It's all part of my recuperative clerical course.
Your recuperative clerical course?
Yeah, just go about your business, matron.
Well, actually, I just came back to apologise for my rather offensive remark just now.
It was nothing.
It was very crude.
Thank you. Apology accepted, most kind.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
She called you doctor. But
Yes.
you said you were a patient.
Yes, I am. I'm a doctor of divinity. Yes, you probably don't know what a doctor of divinity is.
Clergyman.
Yes, that's right.
But then why aren't you wearing a funny collar?
I'm an orthodox. Now, why don't you go and find your mother?
I'm not going anywhere, so I see my dad first. Oh, God.
Don't tell me that. This is the doctor's common room, and it's strictly private, except if you're a patient recuperating.
I don't care.
Don't take that attitude with me, my child.
That was nice seeing her again. Oh, who's this?
It's all right. She's just lost her mother.
Oh dear, what did she die of?
Oh, never mind.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Never mind. Just help me get her downstairs.
You leave me alone, and tell the vicar to leave me alone, too. Yeah, but you can't find him and put him back in his bed.
I think losing her mother's affected her.
Oh, it's my dad I love.
Oh no, you haven't lost him as well, have you?
She just mislaid her father, that's all.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Losing both parents in the one day would be awful.
Oh, excuse me, Dr. Mortimer. I just want to ask about the list of the patients.
Dr. Mortimer is not here.
I beg your pardon.
Dr. Mortimer is not here. Dr. Mortimer was here, but Dr. Mortimer is now enjoying his Christmas holidays.
I just wanted to ask about the patients and their presents.
Yeah, well, you fine. You'll have to ask Dr. Mortimer when he returns, won't you? Off you go.
And I can't find Mr. Leslie in B ward.
Fine, we'll tell Dr. Mortimer that after Christmas, won't we? Off!
David, are you feeling all right?
No, I'm not doctor. And the sooner I can return to the comfort of my bed in the sanctuary of my ward, the better.
The comfort of your
Bed
in the sanctuary of your...
my ward, look, just help me get her up.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
David,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
what have you done to upset Sir Willoughby?
Oh, nothing.
Well, he said you could forget about any help with your speech, and if you make any mistake in your lecture, God help you.
Well, that's fair enough. Look, why don't you go and get a seat in the lecture hall?
Let's start for another few. Who's that?
She's all right. Yes.
Our mother's just died.
Hubert!
Oh, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh.
Rosemary!
It's my dad I'm looking for.
Stop that for God's poor God.
My dad's here somewhere. I know he is.
Yes, you must be a great comfort to him now.
Look, Rosemary, leave this to us. We'll leave it to the doctor here.
Was she a patient?
Who?
The girl's mother.
No, she was D.O.A.
D.O.A.
Dead on arrival.
What a warning. What's the poor woman die of?
She was hit by a number 34 bus in Camden Town.
Oh, I think I feel sick.
Oh, that'd be good. Get her into the bathroom.
No. Rosemary, I really must insist you just leave these matters to the hospital staff.
Come on, Dr. Bonnie, we're rehearsing. What's the use of filling on my piece?
Mother just died.
Oh, I'm so terribly sorry to hear that, Dr. Bonnie.
Orderly!
She must have had a very good innings. I mean, you are getting on a little bit.
Her mother.
Oh.
She came in C.O.D.
D.O.A. Help me get her into the bathroom, will you?
No, take her to one of the wards.
No, get her into the bathroom.
Oh, it's fine.
I think she wants to be sick.
No, we'll bring it on a treat.
I want to see my mother.
No, she's in better hands than ours now.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Downstairs.
Oh, she won't be down there. She'll be upstairs.
Oh, she's downstairs. And Vicar definitely said she's gone downstairs.
What a thing for a vicar to say.
I think the poor girl needs her father here.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, I do.
He's probably in the mortuary with the mother now.
Is your father somewhere in the hospital?
Yes, he is. Mum was just up here talking to him.
Okay, to him.
Well, that was before she passed on.
But I thought he was DOA.
Yeah, she was. But one of the doctors here gave her the kiss of life, and she came to just long enough to say a few words to the father before she succumbed permanently.
What are you lot
It's
whispering
all right.
about?
It's all right. And your father said a few words to your mother, and then she peacefully died.
Oh, God.
Mum died.
I think she's in a state of shock.
I know how she feels.
Mum spoke to Dad and died.
Very peacefully.
That wrong bastard went my mum.
Hey! Go and tell Maker to fill a syringe with Largac. 50 grams. Make it 100 and hurry! Take her to the bathroom.
Oh, I feel sick.
Oh, come into the bathroom.
Oh, it ignores her. They killed her. Oh,
No.
they'd probably like to kill me too.
Yeah.
No.
I'm letting you have it out with
It
you.
was a number 34 bus.
It was an accident.
Some bloody accident the murdering fine. Oh,
Your father wasn't to blame.
my father.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, come on, good Dr. Mortimer, give us a hand, please.
Good idea.
Dr. Mortimer is on holiday. Nobody seems to listen. I keep telling everyone that.
Is Dr. Mortimer okay?
Dr. Mortimer is fine, but Dr. Mortimer is not prepared to work over.
Oh, come on, it's the bathroom.
Oh, how the hell do you get hold of a double decker?
Hello, Nurse Tate. What do you mean the sergeant's coming up here? You were supposed to keep him occupied. No, I'll deal with it.
asked me to prepare a syringe for a neurotic youth.
Excellent.
This is highly irregular. I haven't even seen her medical card or anything.
Just do as you're told, matron.
Matron can turn ugly.
Well, there's no answer to that. Go on, keep it there with her tongue.
She's vomiting at the moment.
Don't you think 100 milligrams is a little bit too much, Doctor?
I'd like to give her 1,000.
1,000?
Look, 100 milligrams won't kill her. Just give her the injection.
Oh.
She's in a state of shock.
Matron doesn't need a diagnosis here.
Her mother came in DOA.
Take
DOA?
my number 34 bus. Just go and give her the injection, you old bat. And if there's any left over, stick it in matron.
Excuse me, sir.
Good morning, Sergeant. Dr. David Mortimer. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a young lady, sir.
A particular young lady, or will anyone do?
A particular young woman, aged about 21 years, medium build, spiky hair, wearing an earring.
Anything distinctive about her?
Well, she's in a bit of a state, really. It's to do with her father.
What's her father got to do with St. Andrews?
Oh, the girl's got some convoluted story about her father secretly being one of the doctors on the staff here.
No.
Yes, her mother's down in reception too.
No.
Yes, and this lass wants to find her father, but as much as I can gather, this medico's not too keen to be found.
Well, I certainly haven't seen a young woman up here this morning, Sergeant. It's been a very quiet morning, actually. But if I do come across an excitable youth, I'll certainly be in touch.
Well, if you do, I wouldn't advise trying to apprehend her, Doctor. She's just kind of kicked me in the ghoulies.
Oh dear, oh dear. Can I be of any other assistance to you, Sergeant?
No, I don't think so. I'll get back down to reception in case her mother got hold of her down there.
Get away from me!
Steady, steady! I'm sitting on her!
Me, Doctor!
Look, we've got to get some.
Oh, Sergeant, this is my colleague, Dr. Bunny. How's the rehearsal going, Dr. Bunny?
Rehearsal?
Yes, it's Sweeney Todd sketch, isn't it? Or maybe it's Jack the Ripper. Yeah, patients always like that one. Ahoy in front and a fast behind. No, I know, it's Mother Goose. Well, I'm sorry we can't be of any other assistance, Sergeant.
Well, I'd say good morning then.
Yes, and you said it very nicely.
David, I'm worried about you.
Join the club. Go and give her the injection.
All right.
Dr. Mortimer,
Miss Tate, what, you're supposed to keep that sergeant occupied.
I got worried about Les.
Les is fine.
Oh.
She's just climbed out the window.
What?
Who has?
The girl who lost her mother.
No.
Yes, she's on the window ledge and she refuses to come back in again.
Oh, Hubert.
She won't come back until somebody brings her father to her.
Now you'll have to tell Les.
Les, what's the dog got to do with it?
Somebody sent for the police. Why? What's happened?
We don't need the police, matron. We're perfectly capable of dealing with an unbalanced youth.
Well, she's not balancing out there very well at the moment.
I'll get that sergeant back up here.
No, we don't want him again.
Leslie's life's in danger. Reception, please.
Has the dog had an accident?
Oh, shut up. Look, they've all come out.
Sorry. Look, go and keep her talking, matron. And who are you, madam? I'm the girl's mother. Mother?
Mother?
Hello? Yes, there's a police sergeant down there somewhere. Could you send him to the doctor's common room? It's an emergency.
I thought the girl's mother was DOA.
The girl's mother is H-E-R-E.
Do you mean Nurse Tate is the mother of the girl out there?
Hubert, I think the time has come to
What for?
to confide in you. Yeah, now listen, I'm only going to say this once, and I'm going to say it very quickly. When it concerns Nurse Tate,
Mrs. Leslie.
don't interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
Miss Nurse Tate is the mother of that girl.
But I thought she had no family.
That was a little white lie. It's her illegitimate daughter.
Illegitimate.
Yes, she has never been married.
But what about the man who fell in the Himalayas?
Rubbish!
And her second husband, Mr. Leslie, the man with gout.
Rubbish!
And piles.
Piles of rubbish. She's never been married at all. That girl is the result of a liaison between Nurse Tate and a young doctor in this hospital 21 years ago.
Good heavens.
Surprises you, does it?
It certainly does.
Well, I want you to hold on tight, because the father is...
Yes?
you.
Me?
Yes, you were you.
But I never did anything to Nurse Tate.
I know you did your fault, but I can't own up to it, can I?
I never touched her. You own up to it.
Look, Rosemary would make my life utter hell. The Ponsonby lecture would go off in a puff of smoke. I could kiss goodbye to being head physician of this hospital. And as for the knighthood, well...
Do you mean to say that you are the father of that girl out there?
Well done, Hubert.
You mean you and Nurse Tate?
Yes, you put two and two together very nicely. Yes.
My whole world was turned upside down.
Mine's not too steady either.
But the girl doesn't even appear to know you.
All she knows is that her father was a young doctor here in this hospital 21 years ago, and he still works here. You fit the bill perfectly.
With one tiny exception, it wasn't me that seduced Nurse Tate.
Well, you would have done it if you got the chance.
That's got nothing to do with it.
I can't tell her the truth. She thinks I'm a clergyman recuperating from gout and piles.
What?
Well, you're going to tell a lie, tell a whopper. Anyway, you've nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose?
Well, you're not delivering the Ponsonby lecture this morning at 12 o'clock, are you?
Well, that's got nothing to do with it.
And you're not likely to be nominated head physician of this hospital, are you?
Well, maybe not, but...
And you're not even in line for an American Express card, much less a knighthood.
That's got nothing to do with it. And I've already got an American Express card.
Well, look, Hubert, and the most important thing of all is you don't have a wife to worry about.
Well, I've got a dippy old mother to worry about.
A dippy old mother. Look, my wife's in this hospital stalking the corridors.
My mother's at home stuffing the turkey.
Rosemary finds out about this, it'll be more than the turkey that gets stuffed.
But that's still no reason for me to adopt your daughter.
Look, it's only for half an hour or so. All you have to do is introduce yourself to Leslie.
What's the dog got to do with it?
There is no dog. Forget the dog. The girl's name is Leslie.
Oh, I see. The same as the man with gout.
That was Mr. Leslie, only there is no Mr. Leslie. Look, Hubert, erase from your mind Mr. Leslie and Mr. Tate and the dog and the dead mother and the 34 bus. Erase them all from your mind. The girl's name is Leslie. All you have to do is introduce yourself to her as her long-lost father and accompany her down to the police station.
Police station?
Well, a few minor motoring offences to deal with.
Good gracious.
Yeah. And as soon as my lecture's over, I'll go and tell Leslie.
You will?
A piece of cake.
It's a hell of a thing to ask.
And my letter to the hospital board will be in the post tonight.
Letter?
Recommending you as Dean of the Faculty.
Dean of the Faculty?
Dean of the Faculty.
That's bribery.
Look, Hubert, your diagnosis was always spot on. I'm desperate.
But we don't even know that Nurse Tate will agree to it.
She'll have no alternative.
No, I'm no good at that sort of thing.
Oh, look, you're a star of the St. Andrew's Operatic and Dramatic Society.
But this is for real. We never get away with it.
Of course you will. It's only for an hour or so.
I can't do it.
Look, Hubert, nothing will go wrong.
I've heard that before.
Look, you're my only chance, Hubert.
Why don't you ask Dr. Connolly to do it?
Don't be daft. He's only about 4 years old at the time Leslie was born.
There must be somebody else who can ask.
There's nobody else.
Why don't I have to think about it?
No, look, Hubert, there's no time.
No. Why don't you ask one of the older doctors?
Look, there's no one else who can help me.
God Almighty!
But it's him, I suppose.
Matron!
Matron? Don't be daft. How could Matron be the boy's father? I don't know, though. Maybe. No, Hubert, it'll have to be. All you have to say is, oh, no.
Hold tight, Matron!
Oh, she's coming for me! Get away from me! No, she's not! She's just injected me with 100 milligrams of Norgampin!
I won't get it away.
Dr. Connolly, where are you going?
Get a doctor.
Connolly, you are a doctor.
Some other doctor.
Why, for heaven's sake?
I'm afraid of heights.
No!
Dr. Mortimer!
Oh, sure.
Dr. Mortimer, you are perfectly at liberty to resist the suggestion that I could possibly be of any assistance with your lecture.
Thank you, sir. No help required.
It is now 11:38.
I make it 11:37.
The first of the delegates are starting to arrive.
And they're in for a good one.
I'm slipping!
Get down now, Dr. Bunny, and thank you for fixing the drop. Do allow me to get you another drink, Sir Willoughby.
Look, never mind the drink, Dr. Mortimer. It's customary for the Ponsonby lecturer to greet his fellow physicians.
Well, I don't hold with that.
What?
No, I'm the star of the show, and I don't think I should be seen until I make my grand entrance.
Help! Help!
You're a big boy now, Dr. Bunny, you could jump.
So, you'd like to make a big entrance, would you, Dr. Mortimer?
With a fanfare.
You idiot!
Hold tight! Right then. Where's the girl? What's happened, Doctor?
Happened? Nothing. It's been a very quiet morning so far.
Well, I got a message from Mrs. Tate to come up here urgently.
Oh, yes, it was urgent. Yes, but it isn't anymore.
It was about that barmy young lass of hers, wasn't it?
Yes, she persuaded her to go with her down to your place.
To West End Central?
Yes, that's right. They left about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I'd better get back to her straight away.
You'll find her as meek as a kitten.
I'm falling in love again, never wanted. What am I to do? I can't help it.
Thank you, Dr. Bunny, still rehearsing. Well, thank you for all your help, Sergeant. Get back to West End Central.
Nanny, the sunshine's west, but I know where the sunshine is. Don't you remember me? I'm your little baby. I walked a million miles, so what if your smile, Nanny?
Thank you, Dr. Bunny. Thank you, Mr. Richard. Yes, the pantomime is on Boxing Day.
Sure, no thank you. Christmas is a busy time for the force. I get back to the station then.
And may the force be with you.
Hold on, matron, won't you? Oh, are you all right, matron?
That's a bloody stupid question.
You won't fall down, will you, matron?
No,
Look, get down to the floor below and see if you can grab matron from underneath.
All right. When you say grab matron from underneath,
Just go on. Matron, see if you can kick in the window below.
I don't think I can hold on much longer. I'm beginning to grow.
Where's that idiot Bonnie got to?
Excuse me, Dr. Mortimer.
Yes, sister.
Well, Matron asked me to locate Mr. Leslie, and we found him. Yes, only he was in C ward, not B ward.
What? What the hell? Hey!
And he's not suffering from gadrophiles, just old age.
Sister, matron is hanging on by her fingertips.
Well, Christmas is always very hectic, but you mustn't give way.
Go away, off, go on.
So you've given me my own room at last, have you, eh?
Here's me.
And my own private bar.
Get on here. Go down into the corridor and get the fire extinguisher hose. No, you don't.
You're not going to hit her, are you?
I'm going to use it to try to pull her up.
Don't leave me with the vicar!
The vicar.
Don't leave me, Mum!
Go on. Shut up, you stupid. Well, call Hubert. Fine. Order in.
Oh, where's matron? Oh,
She went over the edge.
oh my God, where is she?
It's all right. Dr. Bunny Coulter, look, go down to the floor below and help me.
Oh, I don't know how matron feels, but I feel crazy.
Come on in.
I'm not moving till my dad gets here.
Your dad is busy being a hero.
A hero?
Well, he just saved matron.
That's my father.
Yes, come on in.
That funny little man, my dad.
Yes, that's right. Come on.
Dad!
Careful.
Delighted! Oh, isn't it fantastic?
They're treating matrons for cuts and bruises.
My hero